Hello and welcome to round 10 of the Banter Racing League Season 2 on F1 2017. We're here for the British Grand Prix at the Silverstone circuit. We have 13 drivers on the grid for this British Grand Prix. One of my personal favourite tracks to drive. Let's hope it is a good race today here in Silverstone. And Pink Too High put it on pole position. For the first time this season, German in the Williams put in a blistering lap of a 127.8. I think it was. I'm not sure. I don't remember the lap. I think it was 120. It was a 127. That's for sure. Anyway, we are loading and waiting for people to line up on the grid for this race. And as we start the formation lap now, I will take you through the grid. Pink Too High starts on pole position with a 27.4 as a correction. Sentry is in second place for Force India, 2 tenths behind. Wattmaster is in third place. Then Gonza in fourth for McLaren. We have Ivan in fifth, and Lucky Racer in sixth, then Jagger in seventh, Harry in eighth, Wesley in ninth. Combined in 10th, down there in the 29.0. We have Cryptox in 11th, and Savage, and then Thaboom with a 2-minute 51.4. That is pretty interesting time there. The reason he did that was because he was like spinning everywhere on his lap. So that's why I did a 2:51. I don't know how I don't know how it counted, to be honest. But it wasn't invalidated, and then he just set a 2:51. So it was quite amusing to see Thaboom spinning around in qualifying like that. It was quite funny, to be honest. As now here we are on the grid, Pink Too High on the grid, starting from pole position for the first time this season. He has had an unlucky season so far. He got punted off in Bahrain and China, Russia, Spain. He also got punted off in Monaco as well. And in Austria, he bottled his own race. Let's hope in Britain they can get some more. They can get some better luck. Can he win today's race? So here we go for the lights for the British Grand Prix round 10 of the Banter Racing League, and it's away we go for the British Grand Prix. And it's a good start from Ping, a very good start from Ping, as he heads down towards turn 1 in the lead ahead of Sentry in second place, and the Gonza goes on the inside of Wattmaster as he heads down into turn 3. Ping leads from Sentry, then it's a Gonza in third, and Wattmaster in fourth, trying to get back past a Gonza. Coming into the loop now, and onto the Wellington straight. The Gonza and Wattmaster are side by side, and the Gonza stays ahead of Wattmaster into that corner. And now Ivan goes on the inside, coming down towards Brooklands. Is he going to get this move done? Coming into Brooklands? No, he's not. Wattmaster holds it around the outside and keeps fourth place. So Gonza got a good start there. On board with the Cryptox in the Toro Rosso in 8th place currently. He's behind Lucky Racer in the Haas. Combined is behind him in the Sauber. Is he going to get this place? He goes a bit wide. He goes very wide there at Cops, and that means that Combined is going to get past him. Combined has got past him into P8 there through a big mistake by Cryptox. So, yeah, that's a position gained for Combined, and now Wesley is going to try and challenge Cryptox now as he head down onto the hangar straight and coming down to a Stowe. Thaboom is already out of the race on lap 1 of the British Grand Prix. He has retired from this race. A Gonza getting Wattmaster getting closer to a Gonza. He's going to challenge him in the next few laps. Meanwhile, Harry is all over the back of a Gonza's teammate, Ivan. Is he going to go up the inside into the loop? No, not the loop. Club corner and Vale? No, he's not. Ivan holds it around the outside as his start lap 2 of this British Grand Prix. Ping is leading the race from Sentry in second place. A Gonza in third at the moment for Wattmaster. And then we have Ivan in 5th place ahead of Harry Tech in 6th and Lucky Racer in 7th, Combined in 8th at the moment. And then, completing the top 10 is Cryptox. But now, no, it's not. I don't know who 9th is, but here we go. Harry is slipstreaming Ivan, coming down towards Brooklands. Is he going to go up the inside into Brooklands now? Yes, he is. Up the inside he goes. into 5th place there, side by side. Ivan is the inside line, coming into left field. And he's going to hold this position. Yes, he is. Ivan holds the position and he keeps 5th place. But Harry's going to slipstream now, coming down towards Cops. I don't think he should go for a move at Cops, to be honest. And he actually hits the rear. Harry hits the rear of Ivan's car there. And doesn't quite get the move to that corner. But now coming through Magazine Beckett's and Chapel. Through the S's now. Harry's now going to try and get past Ivan on the straight maybe. As we start the next lap of the British Grand Prix, lap 3. Ivan runs very wide there, and now Harry's going to get some DRS and some slipstream to try and get past Ivan once again. He goes to the inside, coming down towards Stowe, does he? Yes, he does, on the inside towards Stowe, and Harry gets the move into 5th place. But now, is Ivan going to get the move back into Vale? No, he doesn't. Was trying to go around the outside. Harry is the inside line and keeps 5th position. So, a good battle between the current championship leader. Well, actually not the championship leader, Ivan, because obviously in Austria he had a bad race after using no assists, a very big mistake from him. As Lucky Racer runs wide through turn 1, Combined is going to have a look up his inside, but Lucky Racer holds it around the outside. That was a nice overtaking attempt by the Sauber. Is now on board with Harry once again on lap 4 of the British Grand Prix. Ivan is going to the outside, coming down towards Brooklands. Is he going to go around the outside, coming down towards Brooklands, inside line into left field once again. They are wheel to wheel, and Ivan is the inside line and gets past Harry. Into 5th place goes the Spanish driver. Meanwhile, we have Wattmaster getting closer to his teammate Agonza. Ivan is now into 5th place. Past Harry once again. Can these two battle for the entire race? Here are the replays of the start of the British Grand Prix. On board with Wattmaster off the start. Ping got a very good start there. Sentry got a worse start than what Wattmaster did. And there goes Agonza on the inside into turn 1 on Wattmaster. We saw that at the live pictures there. And Ivan tried to dive bomb up the inside, but did not quite get there on the inside of Wattmaster. But there's Agonza and Wattmaster battling it out for position on the Wellington straight. And Agonza just getting past him on the straight there. So very nice, a very exciting first lap here in this British Grand Prix. There is Ivan going up the inside into Brooklands, but he didn't quite get the move into that corner. Is now on board with Vladimir Jega off the start in the Ferrari. He gets past Lucky Racer, who got a very bad start there. To come down towards turn 1, he sees Ivan ahead of him, and he actually understeers off the track there, touches the grass, and he spun there on lap 1. So Jago went for a spin, just a half spin, just at the first corner, and that dropped him down to 12th place and second last. Dropped him behind Savage and ahead of Thaboom only just. But wow, dropped him behind Savage. He's going to have to get past him. And that's pretty dangerous considering what Savage has been doing this season. Is now on board with Harry Tech off the start. He got a very good start, but Lucky Racer got an absolutely appalling start. Look at that, he's just lost 3 places off the start there. And that's why Jago went off the track. I think Harry actually forced him to go off the track, and there's Lucky Racer having a failed dive bomb into the farm corner there. And you can see a better view of Agonza and Wattmaster wheel to wheel. And there you go. As now moving on to lap 3 of the British Grand Prix. This is actually a replay with Jagger behind Cryptox in the Toro Rosso, starting his comeback from the spin on lap 1. Can Jagger get on the inside of Cryptox coming into turn 3? Into, I forgot the name of that corner, but now Jagger does get past Cryptox and he moves up into P9, so good move from the Serbian. Actually, I think it was Cryptox going wide to let Jagger through, to be honest. As now here we go, wheel to wheel between Wattmaster and Agonza once again, and Wattmaster has got past the McLaren, and he moves up into the podium places now, into 3rd place. Now he's going to catch Sentry in the Force India. Here we go, the replay of the move. Wattmaster overtook Agonza. As now, here we go, DRS, he got the slipstream as well on the hangar straight, and he moved to the inside, and he got past him at Stowe, didn't he? Yes, he did. He went on the inside into Stowe, and that's how he moved up into 3rd place. But it didn't end there, because they were wheel to wheel coming down towards the Vale chicane. And Wattmaster just got it around the outside. Agonza just let him past on the outside there. So Wattmaster gets into 3rd place now and is chasing down Sentry in the Force India. On board with the Vladimir Jagger in the Ferrari, currently in 9th place, still in the same position as to where he was when he overtook Cryptox. Combined comes into the pits very early for his first pit stop. I don't think that's a good idea. But anyway, it's his call. He comes into the pits now for his first pit stop on lap 7 of this British Grand Prix. This is going to put Savage ahead of him. As now he comes into the pits now for another set of super softs. That really isn't a good strategy at all. Should have gone for the soft tyres, and then it would be a one-stop strategy. That's probably what everyone else is going for. I don't know why Combined has done this, to be honest. But he usually goes with what the game gives him, which is kind of stupid, really, because the game doesn't really have great strategies, and you can see here that changing to the super softs right now is not really a good strategy. You should have changed to the softs and gone for a one-stop, and that would have been a much better strategy, because I believe that's what everyone is going for. Anyway, he's in 11th place at the moment. And as he heads down towards turn 1, Harry is out of the pits now, and he gets ahead of Combined out of the pits. Harry gets ahead of the Sauber of Combined, and into the loop now is Combined going to try and challenge Harry. Harry currently on the medium tyres at the moment. As Combined has DRS coming down towards Brooklands. Is he going to get this move done? No, he isn't. He's way too far back to go for an overtake. So, I don't think he should attempt one. He's getting closer and closer. Coming down toward Luffield now. He's much closer than he was before. Now coming down towards Cops. He's got the slipstream once again. Coming down towards Cops. But doesn't, obviously doesn't go for the move. He's way too far back. But now through the S's now is Combined going to get trying to attempt a move coming down towards the hangar straight, coming through Magazabeckets now. Onto the straight of the hangar straight. And here is Savage side by side with Sentry heading down towards the Vale chicane. Is Savage going to go around the outside of the Force India of Sentry, the current championship leader? Here we go, they're side by side coming down into the final corner, and Sentry holds on to the place. Savage did a good had a good battle with Sentry there. Very good battle with Sentry. But now he goes wide at turn 1 due to his dirty air. And he is sliding. And he is going straight into the wall there. Savage has gone into the wall and is out of the British Grand Prix. That is a dramatic moment in the race. Well, not really dramatic, but that was kind of unexpected, to be honest. Savage having a nice battle with Sentry. And then he goes straight into the wall at turn 1, just before turn 2 and turn 3. So, very interesting incident for Savage there. That's the second retirement of this British Grand Prix. As Ping Too High comes into the pits from the lead of the race, he changes onto a set of soft tyres. That is the correct strategy. That's what Combined should have done, to be honest. And also Lucky Racers coming into the pits as well for Haas. Ping Too High will probably come out in the lead, but there is Jagger and Cryptox coming out ahead. Cryptox on a very long strategy, because I think Cryptox started on the softs, so he is going for he's going for softs and then probably changing to mediums for the pit stop he's going for, because he wouldn't change another set of softs because he'll get disqualified for that at the end of the race. On board with Wattmaster now on lap 10 of the British Grand Prix. And he comes into the pits as well. He was in the lead, but he's not actually in the lead. He is yet to stop, and now he's stopping now. And the two McLarens, Ogonza is also pitting. So let's see. It's a battle between Wattmaster and Ogonza for the pit stops. It was obviously a battle between them in the race early on. In lap 1, they were side by side, and in that 5 Wattmaster got past him. And there, Wattmaster actually had to wait for a Gonza to come into the pits. Anyway, it was a 2.7 second stop, and he also changes onto the soft tyres as well, does Wattmaster. Gonza also changes onto the soft tyres. And Sentry is ahead of Wattmaster. So the Force India gets ahead of Wattmaster, and he's currently on the medium tyres, is Sentry, so a very interesting strategy from the front runners. Ping is on the softs, Sentry on the mediums, and Wattmaster on the softs, and Agonza also on the softs. And in the midfield, Harry Tech is on the mediums and Lucky Racer on the softs. But now Harry is getting pressurised by Combined, coming down towards Stowe. Combined has a little look on the Renault, but doesn't have the space to get a move done into that corner and move up into P9. Moving on to lap 11, Combined is trying to challenge Harry once again, coming down towards the Wellington Straight. He has DRS and the slipstream and the full power coming down towards Brooklands. Is he going to go up the inside of Harry, coming into Brooklands now? Yes, he's trying it, but doesn't quite get there. Side by side, but Harry is the inside line into left field and holds on to 7th place. Combined getting frustrated behind on the rear of Harry's car. Is he going to get past him eventually coming into these next corners? He's going to try to, for sure. He's getting frustrated behind that Renault. And now coming into the S's now. There's a lot of dirty air involved in that for sure. Like, he's right behind. The cars can't follow. Anyway, so Combined has a slipstream on Harry, coming down towards Stowe. He's getting closer and closer. He's having another little look into Stowe, but Harry holds it around the outside. So, very nice battles here today in this British Grand Prix. Gonza and Wattmaster had a battle. Then we had Harry and Ivan, which has now ended because not quite there yet. And now Combined and Harry and Lucky Racers joined on the back of that battle. Meanwhile, Ivan currently in the pits and is coming out just ahead of Harry. And now Combined goes on the inside of Harry, coming into Aintree. That's the corner name. As now, he didn't quite get the move there, and Combined actually runs wide there, and that could put Lucky Racer a chance to overtake Combined, coming down towards Brooklands. Harry and Ivan battle will continue, but now Combined defends the inside line from Lucky Racer, heading into Brooklands now. Lucky Racer brings it around the outside of the Sauber of Combined and gets up into 8th place. A nice move from the Haas, and but Combined get the slipstream coming down towards Cops now. Well, he's very, very close. Is he going to get this move? No, he doesn't. Lucky Racer, what a move that was around the outside into Brooklands. And he moves up into 8th place. Combined getting even more frustrated down in 9th. Very good race in the Austrian Grand Prix for Combined and for Lucky Racer as well. But in this British Grand Prix, they're not doing too well at the moment. So it's a real shame for them both. Cryptox comes into the pits for Toro Rosso finally, after a 13-lap stint on those soft tyres, and he started on those tyres. Cryptox is finally coming into the pits for Toro Rosso. Wattmaster sets the fastest lap at 1:30.6, and he's on the fresh soft tyres there, so Cryptox will come in for mediums, I assume. Yep, he comes in for the medium tyres, that's what I said. If he starts on the softs, he can't go to another set of softs because he'll get disqualified for not using the correct tyre compounds. So he has to go to the mediums or the super softs, and the better one is the mediums for sure. And that's what he's done. Combined comes into the pits for his second stop. His race has been ruined by his strategy today. Wesley comes into the pits for Red Bull, and Combined went on to softs, and Wesley went on the softs as well. And we have a Lucky Racer ahead of Harry. Currently, he is in 6th place. Lucky Racer has got ahead of Harry. That must have been a good move somewhere. There must have been an overtake somewhere for the Haas of Lucky Racer. Let's see the replay now. Here is on board with Harry. Just got a 3-second time penalty. And Lucky Racer up the inside, and there was a bit of contact between the two of them. And more contact into the next corner. So that's either a bit aggressive from Lucky Racer, or Harry just didn't see him coming into that entry corner. Because Harry got damaged from that incident after Lucky Racer just dived in there to try and get the move. Meanwhile, Ping still leads by 7 seconds, but Whatmaster is getting closer to Sentry as we in the battle for second place. There is Wesley down in last, but I said Whatmaster is getting closer to Sentry. Meanwhile, after not that much action in the next 5 laps or so, on lap 21 of this British Grand Prix, we have Jagger and Harry battling it out for P7 in this race. Here we go. DRS is available for the Serbian, heading into Brooklands now. He's trying to battle with Harry. Is he going to get past Harry here? He's getting very close into left field, just like Combined did earlier, to Harry, but that was even closer than before. Jagger is looking aggressive here. Is he going to... Oh, he's having a little look at the cops there, actually. That was very interesting there. Having a very interesting little look into cops. And coming into the S's now. There's not that much dirty air. Maybe there was there, but DRS is available for the Ferrari of Vladimir Jagger coming down towards Stowe. He's going to slipstream him coming into Stowe now. A little bit of a lag there on the spectator cam. But now, oh, Jagger's getting much closer to Harry now, coming down towards Stowe and into Val. Basically, Jagger's on the faster tyre. That's why he's got so much more grip than Harry through the corners. Harry's on the mediums and Jagger's on the softs. So it's a interesting set of strategies between those two. And Jagger now coming down towards entry. Harry still ahead of him. But now on the next lap, lap 23, Jagger still right behind Harry, but he's very, very, very close to him now. Is he going to get past him on this lap? Here we go. He's having a little look up the inside into turn 3. Doesn't quite get there. But now into the loop corner. Almost hits the back of him. And now he's going to get some slipstream coming down towards on the Wellington straight now. With DRS, is he going to have a little look into Brooklands? Here he goes. He has DRS. He's looking up the inside. And he's going for it into Brooklands now. They are side by side going through into Brooklands, into left field. Harry has the inside line. This is great defending from Harry through the Brooklands and left field section. Very good defending from him. He's defended from a lot of drivers today in that section. He's now onto lap 23 still of this race. On board with Jagger now. Coming into Cops now. He goes to the outside, coming down towards the S's. He's going to back out of that for sure. He's now into the S's now. Is Jagger going to get some good traction coming out of the S's? Harry makes a little bit of a mistake there, touches the grass, as now Jagger now comes to the inside, coming down towards the hanger straight. They are side by side, and Jagger has the advantage with DRS, and now he's going to get the move done into Stowe. Yes, he is, and gets into P7. A nice move from the Ferrari of Vladimir Jagger. Gets up into 7th place in the British Grand Prix, but Harry is trying to fight back on the inside into the final corner, but Jagger shuts the door on him, and that is 7th place for the Ferrari of Vladimir Jagger into lap 24 of the race. 3 laps remain in the British Grand Prix, a race which has had nice battles, but now on to what is the final lap of the race. Wesley is behind Agonza in the McLaren there. Wesley just pitted for new Super Softs because he's last. He has nothing to lose, so why not do that? But Wesley trying to get fastest lap, and maybe a little bit of a tow from Agonza to help him get that fastest lap. And here we go, DRS. And, well, Agonza actually let him through for some reason. I don't know why Agonza let him through. But Agonza stayed in 4th anyway. He's all alone by himself as well, just like his teammate Ivan. So anyway, onto the hanger straight now with the leader. Ping too high now into Stowe. On the last lap, this is gonna, after such an unlucky season so far for the German, he is going to now pick up his first win in the BRL Season 2 by winning the British Grand Prix. Ping too high crosses the line to win this British Grand Prix. What a relief for the German Pinto High after such an unlucky season, and he comes home to a win. Sentry crosses the line in second, but Workmaster is second place, so it's a Williams 1-2, the final result in the British Grand Prix. Sentry is third, and Wesley ends up getting the fastest lap of the race on those fresh super soft tyres. And Ivan Gonza is in fourth place, ahead of his teammate Ivan in fifth. Jego crosses the line for sixth place. Harry in seventh place. Cryptox in the Toro Rosso comes home for eighth place. And now combined, after a frustrating race, stuck behind so many cars and stuck in a battle, finishes in P9. A sad race for the Aussie in the Sauber there. Very sad race for him. As anyway, on the podium, for the first time we have Pinto High winning in this season. It's been such an unlucky season for him so far, but to come out on top with his first win, fight back from all the events that's happened this season, it's good for him. He deserves a win this season, after all that bad luck he had. So, the results of this British Grand Prix: Pinto High won the Grand Prix for the first time this season. Workmaster in second place, 13 seconds back. And Sentry in third, Agonza in fourth, Ivan in fifth, and Jagger in sixth, Harry in seventh, and Cryptox in eighth. Combined in ninth, a disastrous race. Lucky Racer in 10th after disconnecting. Then we have Wesley in 11th with the fastest lap of the race. DNFs are Savage and Thaboom. And to make Lucky Racer's race worse, he got a penalty for that aggressive overtake on Harry. That overtake on Harry that he made contact with, he got a penalty for it. Just one penalty point. It's nothing bad. So, unfortunately, that was given to him. And the next race is the Hungarian Grand Prix in the Hungaroring. Hopefully that's a nice race. It was a good British Grand Prix, and see you guys then for round 11 of the season.